is now very clear that we, humanity and our planet, face a crisis of biodiversity loss.
The first thing has to do with the combination of relative humidity and temperatures. We know that from a clinical point of view, this can be deadly for a human body. You can see here the average daily temperature and the average daily relative humidity. And 35 degrees with an 80% humidity rate is more difficult to bear than 40 degrees with 10% humidity. So 35 degrees with 80% humidity, this is close to the deadly zone for a human being. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see that the color code, when it's dark red, basically it happens almost every day, with a lethal temperature and lethal humidity rates, and in the yellow, 1 day out of 3. Now, something that has to do with biodiversity has to do with hydro stress. And here we're talking about 2040. This is a study which was established by WRI. And the lack of drinkable water could actually lose up to 80% of our drinking water. Now, concerning the erosion of the biodiversity, here you can see the regional deficit in biomass due to human activity. This is due to photosynthesis. We know that the biomass is a source of life. When it's red or orange, it means that the region consumes a lot more biomass than the ecosystems can produce. But in dark blue, you've reached a real equilibrium in terms of biomass. And you can see that North Africa and Europe are not in a situation of a great deficit, but here it is Asia that suffers the most from this. A green transition comes with a certain number of very difficult challenges. This transformation is necessary, but it will be difficult. It's extremely complex.
Because we have colonized and irrevocably changed the ecology of the Earth, we have no choice but to now be active participants in the destiny of that ecology. We have no choice but to consciously plan and design our world, and in doing so, be held accountable to all forms of life, not only humans. This is not just our shame, as the sixth extinction and the Anthropocene implies. This is our responsibility. Indeed, the hard work of now restoring our landscapes on a planetary scale could provide humanity with a shared and peaceable purpose. Finally, imagine what it would feel like to be a constructive part of nature as opposed to its executioner.
When our national governments fail us, as they most certainly have up to now, we can still take action in our states, provinces, cities, and towns. I say this because working for Governor Schwarzenegger in California, I saw firsthand that we don't need to wait for our federal government to act on climate change, protect the ocean, save endangered species, and restore our rivers and lands. We used innovative tools to stretch state budgets and protect vital ecosystems.